So, I have found a very, very nice little place to camp tonight. I found it on the map and I thought, you know what, that looks like a really good spot. I didn't see any restrictions. The road getting down here was a little bit like narrow, but I'm in the small van anyway, so I didn't think it would be too much of an issue. But I've arrived and it's packed. There's no proper parking spaces or anything. They're all taken up with pretty much all these cars here. They're parking in front of each other and all sorts. So I've just sort of parked the van just on the side of the road here, and then once people start to leave later, I'll move it into a proper bay. But there is another van here. It looks like they are staying here because they've got levelers underneath their wheels. There's also a van parked there as well. So I guess we'll just have to see if I'm going to be on my own here tonight or not, or whether I'm going to have a few friends. But luckily I am in the stealth van without the siren running on, so at least I can kind of go a little bit low key if I need to. Let's just have a quick look at where we are. So this car park is actually located on the camel trail. Alright, so up here should be the cycle path, well, the camel trail. Hey look, it's Gordon Ramsay. Now, I'm not really gonna pinpoint and locate where this place is, but it is on Park for Night, so you can probably find it for yourself. But it's already obviously way too busy here, so I would have been able to find somewhere to park straight away. Do you know, I was only joking when I said that was Gordon Ramsay out there, like jet skiing or whatever it was, but you never know. He does hang out in these parts sometimes. According to my map, from here walking along the camel trail, it is a 49-minute walk into Padstow. Probably would have been a good time for me to bring my e-bike with me, but because I'm trying to be stealth tonight, I didn't really have anywhere to put the bike. I don't want it in the back of the van with me. I don't want it up in the front of the cab because, well, you know, it might get stolen. I mean, it probably won't in this area anyway, but you never know. So I decided if I do want to go into Padstow, which I probably don't because I was there a few weeks ago, but if I do, I can just walk. The other option is I walk the other way and go into Wadebridge, but that's an hour and 33 minutes by foot. So yeah, I might just chill out in this area. There is a little beach down there that I might go and explore in a minute. It just goes to show how good the insulation is in this van, because in the front here it's absolutely boiling, but in the back it's nice and cool. So for anyone that ever asks what's the point in insulation if you're not planning on camping in winter, where it also keeps you cool in the summer, even though it is only spring. So let's go and check out this beach down here. Doesn't look very sandy. I got confused with what this was called earlier. It's obviously wakeboarding, isn't it? All right, Gordon.
Where's the lamb sauce? Where's the lamb sauce?
It does smell like somebody's having a barbecue. I'm getting whiffs of it up through my nostrils. Just follow your nose, Sean. It's this way. Whoa. There we go.
Thank you.
No worries. This one as well. You can move that, can't you? There you go. All right. Right. Well, that's the beach. I'm vacating because it's literally just families with their kids, and I've got my own kids, but they're not here, so I feel a bit weird sort of down on the beach with a camera when there's children everywhere. So I think the best bet is we just go for a little walk. I know further down here from my memory there's a nice bridge, so let's see if we can at least walk that far. And I wonder how much these boats charge to tow around these rich people on a wakeboard. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of fun, but it's so peaceful around here. You can just hear the birds, and every now and then you just hear vroom. Live and let live. In case nobody's noticed, today is the first day of the year that I'm wearing shorts. And I kind of didn't want to jinx it this morning by putting shorts on because I thought the weather might turn, but I can't remember the last time in spring we had a clear blue sky like this. I just hope that we're not peaking too early. We still need to have a good summer this year. Right, so just up here is the bridge under this steeple here. So that's the bridge. I didn't actually bring my drone with me on this walk, so I can't get any sort of shots from over there of the bridge, but what I can do is show you some footage from the last time I was here, when I was riding my bike from Wadebridge to Padstow. I'll tell you what, I always choose the best days to go on a bike ride, don't I? Oh, look at this bridge. Weak bridge, 3 tons, except fire engines. How cool is this bridge? Looking at it, we're probably about another 5 minutes away from Padstow, so I could actually walk into there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to head back to the van because I'm getting a little bit peckish. It's too early for dinner, and again, it's too late for lunch, so I'm just going to have a little snack. Could probably move the van now. I don't know about you, but it is, well, you don't know how warm it is in here, but I was saying about how much cooler it is in the back than it is in the cab, but it is still a little bit warm. Let's get a little bit of air in. And this way, with my hatch open, if a parking space becomes available, I can just stick my head out rather than having to turn on the CCTV. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, and it's 2025, and if you're not currently using a VPN, you should be. Now, Surfshark VPN are offering you an extra 4 months when you sign up. Go to surfshark.com/Sundays or use code Sundays at checkout to get your extra 4 months of Surfshark VPN. The way a VPN works is it encrypts your personal data and helps to secure your personal information when using public Wi-Fi. If you spend a lot of time out and about like I do in my van, I don't have internet everywhere I go, so I might pop into a local pub or cafe just so that I can have a drink mainly, but also use their internet. And do you ever get it when you log in and it comes up with unsecure network? Well, I've had it quite a few times. And if you need to log into your online banking or anything, you start to wonder, is this safe to do in this public space whilst using this unsecure network? Well, Surfshark VPN protects you against that by encrypting your information sent between your device and the internet. I don't know why I did that. This keeps your personal information safe from big companies and cyber criminals, and not to mention the AI that's currently peeping over your shoulder at everything you do to try and steal your data. Take that, AI! One of the benefits for me with Surfshark VPN is it can work on a multitude of devices. I've got it on my phone, I've got it on my laptop, I've also got it on my iPad, My wife's got it on her phone and she's also got it on her iPad as well. And I only pay for it once, so I've got peace of mind knowing that everything's protected with just one payment. Now, Surfshark VPN can be used for other reasons as well, such as making sure you don't miss your favourite Netflix show when you happen to be abroad. Just say that you're in Spain, you've gone on your phone, you've logged into Netflix, and your particular show that you normally watch isn't available in that region. Well, you can actually change your IP address back to the UK to allow you to keep up to date with all your favourite shows. You can also use their 3,200 plus servers in 100 countries to allow you to watch content that you wouldn't normally be able to get access to. Like maybe there's a certain TV show that is on Netflix and you want to watch it in the UK, but it's only available in the US, where you just change your IP address to the USA and then you can watch it. Surfshark also offer a range of different products as well, including their antivirus, which gives your devices that extra protection should you ever need it. Now, Surfshark VPN are offering you an extra 4 months when you sign up. Go to surfshark.com/Sundays or use code Sundays at checkout to get your extra 4 months of Surfshark VPN. Thank you again to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you haven't tried these nuts from Marks & Spencer's, you are missing out. They are, oh, that worked well, didn't it? They're really good. They are really salty, mine, so you do need a drink to sort of balance it out, but they're really good. Right. I'm going to move the van now that there's space. So since driving vans for the last 15 years or whatever it's been, has it been that long? Maybe even longer. You get very good at just using your mirrors, especially if you've got no like rear windows or reversing cameras. Perfect. So now if I really want to, I could open my side door and look out at the water here in this bridge. Well, I probably won't, because I don't really want people to know that I'm staying in there, but a van parked down here on its own of an evening is pretty obvious, isn't it? I do love this whole getting in and out of the van through the front, because it's just a better way to do it. Now you may be asking yourself why I haven't put my sign writing up on the van, and the problem is with an asbestos removal van is that if you were sort of in the countryside like what this is, and you walked past a van that had asbestos removal sign writing on the outside, you would instantly think that the person who owns the van is probably fly tipping. Somebody might contact the authorities and then pretty much my stealth camp's over. So I need to sort of think of another sort of sign writing that I can put on the van for when I'm in a sort of rural setting like I am now. The asbestos removal signs are fantastic when I'm sort of parked in like an urban environment, like a city or like a town or something. So I need to think about that. I'll tell you what's quite nice, right? I'm just sat here just watching a bit of TV, and I've actually got the bulkhead door open, and considering it is only just like a small opening, it's quite surprising how much light it actually lets into the van. Also, it's been about 3 weeks now and I still have allergies. After last week's video and I told you I had conjunctivitis, it didn't clear up, so I actually went back to the doctor and they actually saw me this time and they said, we don't think you ever had conjunctivitis. They said they reckon it's just allergies, so try some different drops, which is what I'm currently doing now. It's annoying because I've pretty much wasted 5 days of this treatment when I could have just gone straight to the doctor and they would have told me that from the beginning. But I'm on the mend, I'm starting to feel better. I just think it's just been really dry recently, and it's really dusty where I live as well, and I just think that I'm just getting a lot of pollen and everything else, dust and all sorts in my eyes. Hence why I wear glasses a lot. And not only that, is because bright lights do actually give me headaches as well. But I've waffled on enough. I'm thinking I'm gonna cook dinner. I saw a video recently where somebody was talking about beef sausages, so I've got some because it reminds me of when I was living in Australia, and pretty much most of the snags, as they're called out there, are beef sausages. It's very rare that you'll find a pork sausage in Australia. If you're Australian and that's incorrect, then let me know. But in my experience when I was there, I couldn't find pork sausages anywhere, but the beef ones were absolutely delicious. So I've got those tonight. I've got some bread. I'm going to kind of make like a hot dog type thing. But yeah, looking forward to it. And then after dinner, I might go down and actually finally go and sit on that beach. As I expected, everyone's gone. Well, at least from this area anyway. What is it with people leaving their shoes in random places? So it would appear where I'm parked, no one's next to me. I mean, who would want to be next to that van, right? The T4's just pulled up here, and that grey camper that was there earlier is still there. Seems weird that this post hasn't got a sign on it. Maybe at some point it said no overnight camping, or maybe it was just signposting this area, but nothing there. There wasn't any signs as I came in either that said that you couldn't stay here, or no overnight parking, or no camper vans or motorhomes allowed. So, but even if there were, I'm in a builder's van, so it really doesn't matter. As there's no one here, I've opened the door just to vent a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to put 2 sausages in one of these little buns, and then just have 1 sausage chaser on the side, like so. Right, bit of mustard. French cheese is apparently Canadian, not American, even though it says America's #1 mustard on the top. So I'm not really sure what to believe now. Right, and I think it would be rude not to go out and sit on that little bench over there and have dinner. Look at that. I've got my van behind me, my dinner in front of me, and that view. Beef sausages just bring me back to Australia. Looks nice though, doesn't it? So, I've been using the van now for a few weeks, properly. I've still got the Transit, and I have decided I am going to raffle it. I'm just getting it all ready, making sure that I just want to tidy it up. I kind of moved into that van, and then like I was going through the cupboards the other day, and there's so much stuff in there I forgot was in there. And that's one of the things I love about this van. Everything that's in it is stuff that I need and stuff that I will use. Whereas with the other van, I just had too much space where I just filled it with stuff that I never use, and you just end up just lugging all that around with you. But one of the main things I love about this new van is that I have no parking anxiety, I call it. And what parking anxiety is that it's small enough that I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't go down there because I'm probably not going to be able to turn around. I might not get into the car park. Is there going to be a height restriction? Are there going to be trees overhanging that might hit the roof? All these things kind of go for your head, and they kind of hold you back and take away a lot of your freedom when it comes to the whole purpose of why we do this. Oh God, I don't want any of that. Dust going all over my sausage. That's what she said. What I'm saying is a smaller van just seems to suit my needs a lot better. Currently at the moment anyway. I mean, it might be completely different when I get into winter and I'm like getting cabin fever because I can't just open the doors and spend time outside. But I kind of took a lot of time and a lot of thought into this van to make sure that it was everything that I needed in a smaller space. And nothing that I don't need. I guess what I'm trying to say is I've built a go anywhere camper van that I can use whenever I want. I talk about like the parking anxiety that I used to get. My wife would be like, can you come and meet me here at this particular time? She'll be in the car and I'd have the transit and I'd be like, where am I going to park there? Because it's a multi-story car park, which means that I can't get the van in there. Is there going to be anywhere else that I can park? It's very busy this time of year. Am I going to be able to find somewhere to park? All these things kind of go through my head and I'm like, can you meet me somewhere else and then you pick me up and then I get in and then we drive to the location? So all these sorts of things that go through your head. Whereas with that, I'm just like, yeah, jump in it, drives like a car. I can maneuver it really easily and I don't even have reversing sensors or a reversing camera in this van and I can park it so easily. So far it's ticking all the boxes for me. I definitely should have cooked more than 3 of those sausages though. Right, so just before we get ready for bed, the sun's still currently out, so I'm thinking let's go for a wander down to that beach. Let's go out this door this time. It's kind of like a sort of grey, gritty sand. It's not like a proper beach or anything. Oh, temperature's dropped though. I really felt it coming down here in the shade. It actually smells alright. You know, like sometimes when the tide goes out, especially in these like sort of boating lanes, it just smells really like oily. But this smells alright. It smells quite clean, so that's good. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Right, I'm cold now. I'm going back to the van. I left the lights on, I think. Yep, I did. Right, goodbye world. It's quite cosy in here when you've not got the big light on. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cosy in here with the big light on as well, but it just feels extra cosy with these off. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. As you can see, I couldn't get comfortable last night, so I made the full bed. So here was the thing last night, right? I was on the single bed, as I normally am, and my sleeping bag kept kind of like falling off the side of the bed and touching the toilet, and that was annoying me. So what I decided to do was I made the double bed like this, and I moved the toilet just so that it was over there, and then I slept sort of this way in the bed, which is fine, but you'd have to sleep a little bit diagonally. But then I was also getting a bit hot, so I've actually used one of the thinner sleeping bags for the top, which is joined to the fluffy one at the bottom. For anyone that doesn't know, the thinner sleeping bags are these ones, and the thick ones are, well, the furry cushions that I've got, which I've now got in a pillowcase. So that was fine, because then I was like, oh, I'm not too hot now. And then it got to about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it was like really cold. So I turned the diesel heater back on, and it's an all right temperature in here now. But it's just about balancing it, isn't it? But I think the thing that I've sort of come to realise is that I don't like where the toilet is. If I want to pull the bed out like this, then the toilet can't stay where it is, and I don't want to keep having to move it. So what I might do is the box that it sits in under there, I might get rid of that completely, build a little box that sits there, and then the toilet can sit up against that wall. It does mean that when I hang my clothes up, I don't really want that near the toilet, but that's an easy fix. I can put hooks up anywhere really on these back doors, so I can just hang stuff up. So, but like anything, that's what using this van is all about. You've got to be out using it so that you can actually see what works and what doesn't, because when you're building these things, you can go, right, well, that can live there, you know, and that'll be fine because I can just use it there, blah blah blah. But then when you're actually using it, you realise if it becomes a pain in the bum, then you know you need to sort it out. So, and hopefully that should be a fairly easy fix, just to move the toilet, put it in a box. It's not going to be on show, it will be in a proper box. And then I can even probably put one of these sort of cushions on top of it as well, so then it kind of doubles up as a seat. If I've ever got that door open, I can just sort of sit there and look out to sea, or out to land, or wherever I'm parked. But also, if I'm ever in a complete place where there's no one around, I can sit on the toilet, do my business, and then just have a nice view. I do get asked a lot of questions about these sleeping bags, and they are great, and they all sort of, because they're all from the same company, they all sort of stick together like this. So the normal one that I normally use, and which I started using last night, is the fleece lined one. It's so cozy, but I do get hot when I sleep, so that's why I had to sort of swap to this. It's called like a Rip Soft or something material, which is just nice and cool. It's essentially that material there on both sides. I mean, it's so nice to just have this option to be like, oh, I'm not comfortable, let's make the bed a double. The other thing as well, once I've moved the toilet out of this box, it means that I don't necessarily have to have this as a corner sofa. I can just have it as 2 benches, and then for getting like surfboards in and things, it just makes it a lot easier. We are a little bit steamed up in here, just a little bit. Right, well, I'm going to get out of here. As always, thank you to everybody that supports the channel through buying me a beer through the link in the description, all of these legends, and also all of my members, and also everybody that just continues to watch these videos every week. I do really appreciate it. You're all absolute legends. And other than that, I'll see you next week. Cheers.